Andrew Tate is a British-American internet personality and former professional kickboxer known for his polarizing commentary on masculinity, gender roles, and wealth. He has built a large online following through social media platforms, particularly among young men, by promoting a lifestyle centered around self-discipline, financial independence, and what he frames as traditional male values. Born Emory Andrew Tate III in Washington, D.C. in 1986, he is the son of Emory Tate, an African-American international master in chess, whose influence is often cited by Andrew in shaping his competitive mindset. Raised in the UK, Tate initially gained visibility as a successful kickboxer, winning multiple world championships. However, his global recognition emerged less through sport than through controversy. Tate rose to broader notoriety around the mid-2010s after appearing on the British reality show Big Brother, from which he was removed due to the surfacing of controversial videos and statements. His reputation continued to polarize as he transitioned into entrepreneurship, self-help promotion, and social media branding. Through his online platform, Hustlers University, he marketed personal wealth-building strategies, drawing criticism for allegedly promoting misleading or unethical financial advice. He has been permanently banned from several major platforms, including Twitter and Instagram, though some bans were later reversed. Critics accuse him of promoting misogyny, while supporters often frame him as a provocateur, challenging mainstream cultural norms. In 2022, Romanian authorities arrested Tate on charges of human trafficking and rape, sparking global debates about internet influence, due process, and the line between free speech and social harm. The legal proceedings remain ongoing as of 2025. Tate's cultural presence is emblematic of broader tensions in 21st century masculinity discourse, where digital platforms enable the rise of self-styled gurus who defy traditional gatekeeping. Sneako, born Nico Ken de Balinthazi in 1998, is an American content creator, commentator, and former YouTuber whose work spans political commentary, lifestyle vlogging, and social critique. He first gained recognition in the mid-2000s through thought-provoking monologues, street interviews, and video essays on topics ranging from creativity and ambition to social conformity. His early work, often shot in minimalist or cinematic style, reflected a maturing, reflective tone unusual among his age peers. Raised in New York City, Sneako's cultural and philosophical commentary was shaped by his urban environment, personal experiences, and an emerging ecosystem of independent creators who blurred the lines between entertainment and philosophy. In the early 2020s, Sneako underwent a dramatic shift in both tone and content. Moving away from artistic introspection, he embraced more controversial positions, aligning himself with the Manosphere, a loosely connected group of online personalities focused on masculinity, gender dynamics, and anti-mainstream narratives. Through collaborations with figures such as Andrew Tate and engagement with ideologically charged content, he developed a reputation as a provocateur. His rhetoric became more confrontational, often critiquing feminism, liberal politics, and what he called degenerate cultural trends. This transformation led to increasing scrutiny. In 2022, YouTube permanently banned him for violating policies related to hate speech and misinformation. Nevertheless, he continued building his brand on alternative platforms such as Rumble, where his content retained a loyal audience while drawing broader criticism. Sneako's supporters praise his outspokenness and perceived authenticity, while detractors accuse him of radicalizing young viewers and perpetuating harmful ideologies. Sneako occupies a complex space in the digital era, a transitional figure between the artistic ambitions of early YouTube and the ideological battleground of contemporary internet discourse. Myron Gaines, born Amru Fudl, is an American internet personality and former federal law enforcement officer, best known as the co-host of the podcast Fresh and Fit. Emerging in the late 2010 and gaining widespread attention by the early 2020, Gaines became a prominent voice within the Red Pill or Manosphere community, a loosely affiliated group focused on traditional masculinity, male self-improvement, and critical views of modern gender dynamics. Before entering the media space, Gaines worked as a special agent for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, specifically in the realm of criminal investigations. He often references this background to underscore his authority on discipline, strategy, and the consequences of poor decision-making. His transition into content creation occurred through fitness coaching and lifestyle branding, eventually evolving into more ideological terrain. In 2020, alongside co-host Walter Weeks, Gaines launched the Fresh and Fit podcast from Miami, Florida. The show quickly became known for its format: live panels with multiple women, often from nightlife or influencer backgrounds, engaging in heated debates about dating, gender roles, and modern relationships. Gaines typically assumes the role of enforcer of rational male principles, advocating for traditional hierarchies in sexual and social dynamics. He argues that men must optimize their value financially, physically, and mentally to succeed in a competitive and disoriented modern world. The podcast's popularity exploded via clips circulated on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but so did its controversy. Critics accuse Gaines of perpetuating misogynistic stereotypes, oversimplifying complex social realities, and creating adversarial gender narratives. Despite, or perhaps because of, these criticisms, Gaines has cultivated a dedicated audience of men who feel underserved or misled by mainstream cultural messaging. Myron Gaines represents a broader cultural moment in which male disaffection, digital entrepreneurship, and algorithmic amplification converge. His work, while divisive, underscores the enduring relevance of conversations about identity, power, and responsibility in an age of social flux. Justin Waller is an American entrepreneur and digital personality whose rise from regional construction magnate to influential voice in the online masculinity sphere reflects the evolving nature of male mentorship in the internet age. Born in Louisiana in 1985, Waller built his initial success through Red Iron Construction, a steel building firm he founded in 2011. However, it was not until the early 2000s and 20s that his influence expanded globally, fueled by strategic alliances with key manosphere figures and a deliberate turn towards social media branding. Waller's online persona, often referred to as Jay Waller, is built around calm confidence, traditional values, and a deliberate rejection of modern emasculation. He presents himself as the embodiment of Southern Stoicism, wealthy but grounded, assertive but composed. His content, spread across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and X, often centers on business leadership, female nature, family structure, and the virtues of loyalty and work ethic. In contrast to louder, more combative figures in the space, Waller's tone is measured, lending a sense of credibility and maturity to the alpha male narrative. His platform grew significantly after collaborating with Andrew Tate and becoming a recurring presence on The Real World, Tate's alternative digital education ecosystem. There, Waller positioned himself as a mentor in construction, real estate, and masculinity. His clips, frequently shared by algorithm-friendly accounts, circulate messages about dominance, clarity of purpose, and the power of quiet competence. His statements often frame modern life as a test of values, calling on men to act decisively in a culture adrift. Justin Waller's online presence operates as both a personal brand and philosophical stance. To his audience, he is a symbol of earned success and principled strength, a modern patriarch for men searching for structure in an unstructured world. Tristan Tate is a British-American media personality, entrepreneur, and former professional kickboxer best known for his association with his brother, Andrew Tate, and their shared prominence within the online manosphere. Born in 1988 in Washington, D.C., and raised in the United Kingdom, Tristan is the younger son of Emery Tate, the African-American chess international master, whose intellectual rigor and competitive discipline influenced both brothers' worldview. Tristan's early public life mirrored that of his brothers, steeped in martial arts, shaped by global travel, and characterized by a growing interest in status, wealth, and self-mastery. As a kickboxer, he earned titles at the European level, competing professionally across the continent. However, like Andrew, his notoriety extended far beyond sport. By the late 2000s and 10s, Tristan had transitioned into the lifestyle and business spheres, co-founding a network of online ventures including digital education platforms, camming businesses, and real estate holdings based in Eastern Europe. Charismatic and rhetorically sharp, Tristan took on the role of a more refined counterbalance to Andrew's confrontational persona. He cultivated an image of worldly sophistication, frequently referencing literature, classical history, and elite social codes, while reinforcing the same core messages about masculinity, discipline, and anti-establishment resilience. Together, The Tate brothers curated an aspirational online brand centered on luxury, power, and the rejection of modern liberal norms. By the early 2000s and 20s, Tristan became a fixture in viral clips across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, though often second to Andrew in visibility. His rise was met with the same mix of fervent support and harsh critique. Admirers view him as an embodiment of masculine idealism and strategic living. Critics, by contrast, accuse him of enabling misogynistic discourse and promoting exploitative business practices. In December 2022, both Tate brothers were arrested in Romania on charges including human trafficking, rape, and organized crime. Though they denied all allegations, the case brought intensified scrutiny to their influence and methods. Legal proceedings remain active as of 2025, leaving questions of culpability and legacy unresolved. Ashton Hall, born on October 24, 1995, in Jacksonville, Florida, is an American fitness influencer and entrepreneur renowned for his disciplined approach to health and wellness. His journey began as a collegiate athlete, playing as a running back for Alcorn State University during the 2014 and 2015 seasons. Following his college football career, Hall encountered challenges in transitioning to professional football, leading to a period of personal reflection and redirection. In response to these challenges, Hall shifted his focus toward fitness and personal training. He initially worked as a gym manager at a fitness chain in Florida, but faced job displacement due to the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Seizing the opportunity, Hall launched an online training platform, ASH Fitness, which later rebranded to Ashton Hall Official. Through this platform, he offers training courses, workout tips, and lifestyle advice, emphasizing the importance of self-discipline and structured routines. Hall's commitment to a rigorous daily regimen has garnered significant attention. His morning routine, which begins at 3:50 a.m. and includes practices such as mouth taping, ice water face immersions, early workouts, journaling, and even applying banana peels to his face, has become particularly notable. This routine, shared through his social media channels, has sparked both admiration and debate among his followers and the broader public. In 2022, Hall's influence in the fitness community was recognized through a partnership with MuscleTech, a leading sports nutrition brand. This collaboration positioned him at the forefront of MuscleTech's branding efforts, involving content creation, product feedback, and appearances at major fitness events. As of early 2025, Hall's social media presence has expanded significantly, with over 12 million followers on Instagram alone. Hall's narrative exemplifies resilience and adaptability, illustrating how personal challenges can be transformed into opportunities for growth and influence in the digital age. Dan Bilzerian is an American internet personality, businessman, and self-styled playboy known for his extravagant lifestyle, high-stakes poker claims, and controversial public persona. Born on December 7, 1980, in Tampa, Florida, Bilzerian is the son of Paul Bilzerian, a corporate takeover specialist who was convicted of securities fraud in the 1980s. Despite the family's early wealth, Dan's upbringing was later marked by legal and financial turbulence, shaping a worldview steeped in defiance and libertarian excess. After a brief and uncompleted stint in the Navy SEAL training program and a subsequent college education in business and criminology at the University of Florida, Bilzerian entered the poker scene. He claimed to have made millions in private, high-stakes games, though these assertions have been heavily scrutinized and remain unverified by the professional poker community. Nevertheless, his persona as a baller gambler became a cornerstone of his brand. By the early 2010s, Bilzerian had crafted an online identity rooted in opulence. Through Instagram, he broadcasted a world of private jets, exotic firearms, luxury yachts, and entourages of bikini-clad models. He presented himself as an unapologetic symbol of masculine indulgence, merging images of military bravado, financial success, and sexual conquest. Yet in recent years, this image has been increasingly eclipsed by controversy, including a series of anti-Semitic statements and conspiracy theories he shared online and in interviews, claims widely condemned for promoting harmful rhetoric and historical denialism. Bilzerian's legacy remains a polarizing one. To admirers, he embodies a form of libertarian success success, and anti-establishment charisma. To detractors, he represents the excesses of influencer culture and the dangers of unchecked narcissism. Either way, he is a vivid symbol of the age of spectacle where personal mythologies, regardless of their verifiability, can be curated into empires. Luke Belmar is an Argentine-American entrepreneur and digital strategist who rose to prominence within the red pill and alpha male spheres through his promotion of financial sovereignty, masculine self-mastery, and elite-minded living. Originally from South America, Belmar immigrated to the United States with limited resources, an experience he frequently invokes to frame his ethos of resilience, independence, and radical self-responsibility. His story, grounded in rags to riches narrative structure, forms the basis of a larger commentary on male agency in a destabilized modern world. Belmar's influence stems largely from his content and interviews, where he espouses principles rooted in red pill philosophy. He champions a worldview in which men must reclaim traditional values, stoicism, control, physical discipline, and financial dominance, to navigate a society he sees as increasingly hostile to masculine order. His rhetoric aligns with a broader manosphere critique of modernity, urging young men to avoid ideological complacency and instead pursue power through knowledge, bodily optimization, and strategic networking. A major aspect of Belmar's teaching focuses on the rejection of wage dependency and the embrace of digital entrepreneurship, especially through cryptocurrency and e-commerce. He repeatedly emphasizes environmental design, what you read, eat, consume, and whom you associate with, as determinative factors in personal success. His most repeated assertion that the price of progress is pain crystallizes a central belief that suffering, when directed, is the crucible of male transformation. Luke Belmar embodies a modern iteration of the self-made archetype, entrepreneurial, performative, and unapologetically hierarchical. In an era marked by confusion about gender, ambition, and authority, his voice resonates among those seeking structure in the language of discipline and conquest. Wes Watson is an American motivational speaker, fitness entrepreneur, and former inmate who has garnered significant attention for his outspoken approach to personal development and masculinity. Born and raised in California, Watson spent a decade in the state's prison system, an experience that profoundly shaped his philosophy on discipline, accountability, and self-mastery. Upon his release, he rapidly built an online brand, leveraging his prison experiences to promote a lifestyle centered on rigorous discipline, physical fitness, and financial success. Watson openly embraces and showcases material wealth as a testament to personal achievement. His social media platforms frequently feature displays of luxury cars, high-end clothing, and opulent living spaces, which he presents as symbols of the rewards that come from unwavering commitment to one's goals. However, Watson's personal life has been marred by controversies that have attracted public scrutiny. In late 2023, allegations surfaced regarding his relationship with a woman purported to have been involved in escort services. These claims led to widespread discussions and debates within online communities, with some questioning the authenticity of his personal narrative. In early 2024, Watson appeared on a Fresh and Fit panel discussion. During the panel, Watson became visibly agitated, leading to a heated exchange that culminated in him threatening another panel member. This incident was widely circulated online, sparking further debates about his temperament and the consistency of his teachings on self-control. Further complicating his public image, reports emerged in mid-2024 of Watson's involvement in legal issues related to alleged fraudulent business practices. A TikTok video detailed accusations against him, including claims of scamming clients and subsequent police involvement. Vincent Fisher is an American fitness entrepreneur and digital strategist based in Miami, Florida, recognized for his rapid transformation from a self-described skinny, weak, and insecure teen to a prominent figure in the fitness industry. His journey began with a dedicated year-long commitment to the gym, resulting in a natural weight gain of nearly 60 pounds and a burgeoning social media presence that inspired millions to pursue similar paths. Leveraging his personal transformation, Fisher established himself as a mentor for aspiring fitness influencers, focusing on guiding them toward financial independence through online coaching. He offers mentorship programs aimed at helping individuals monetize their fitness expertise, emphasizing the importance of strategic branding, disciplined disciplined routines, and entrepreneurial acumen. His philosophy underscores the necessity of self-discipline and resilience in achieving both physical and financial success. Through his mentorship programs and online presence, Vincent Fisher embodies a modern archetype of the fitness entrepreneur, blending personal transformation narratives with business strategies to inspire and guide others toward achieving their own goals in the digital age. Hamza Ahmed is a British YouTuber and self-improvement influencer who emerged in the early 2020s as a prominent voice in the online masculinity and alpha male discourse. Originally posting fitness and productivity content, Hamza quickly evolved his channel into a platform for broader lifestyle philosophy, blending classical masculinity, modern self-help, and critiques of contemporary society. With over 2 million subscribers, his influence has become especially pronounced among teenage boys and young men seeking purpose and structure in an increasingly chaotic cultural landscape. Hamza's worldview is centered around the dichotomy of Jeffrey versus Adonis, a conceptual framework he created to contrast weak, undisciplined men with strong, self-actualized leaders. His message urges viewers to abandon short-term gratification in favor of long-term discipline, advocating for practices like journaling, weightlifting, early rising, and the rejection of pornography and casual entertainment. His style is calm but commanding, frequently delivered from minimalistic settings that underscore his emphasis on inner control and ascetic living. In addition to YouTube, Hamza built an entrepreneurial wing around his philosophy, launching Adonis School, an exclusive community and mentorship program marketed toward men aspiring to become top 1% individuals. His teachings cover fitness, dating, business, and social dynamics, all within a framework that emphasizes masculine dominance and female submission. He frequently argues that emotional restraint and traditional gender hierarchies are essential to male respect and fulfillment. Hamza Ahmed's content has drawn criticism for reinforcing regressive gender norms under the banner of self-improvement. Critics view his teachings as reductive and exclusionary, while supporters praise his message for restoring dignity, discipline, and order to a generation adrift. Walter Weeks, otherwise known as Fresh, is a Bahamian-American media personality and co-host of the Fresh and Fit podcast, a Miami-based show that became one of the most visible platforms in the online red pill and alpha male ecosystems. Known for his collaborative role alongside Myron Gaines, Weeks helped shape a program that blends dating commentary, financial advice, and high-conflict gender discourse, all framed through the lens of masculine self-optimization and strategic dominance. Before entering the public eye, Weeks worked in the tech and marketing sectors after relocating from the Bahamas to the United States. His pivot into podcasting coincided with the rise of algorithm-driven short-form content platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, which allowed Fresh and Fit to amplify provocative exchanges with female guests into viral moments. Weeks typically adopts a more sociable and laid-back persona than his co-host, often engaging with guests more casually, while reinforcing the show's overarching themes of male control, status building, and female hypergamy. The podcast's format, which centers on panel discussions with women from nightlife and influencer circles, positions Weeks as both interlocutor and enforcer of the red pill worldview. Together with Gaines, he promotes high-value male archetypes grounded in wealth, fitness, and emotional detachment, frequently citing evolutionary psychology to justify dominant male behavior and strict gender roles. Weeks himself often speaks on networking, entrepreneurship, and the importance of male group solidarity as tools for ascending the social hierarchy. Patrick Bet-David is an Iranian-American entrepreneur, author, and media host whose career bridges traditional business acumen and digital-era thought leadership. Born in Tehran in 1978 and immigrating to the United States as a refugee during the Iranian Revolution, Bet-David served in the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division before transitioning into the financial sector. His early career at Morgan Stanley and Transamerica informed the foundation of PHP Agency, a financial services marketing firm he launched in 2009, with a focus on life insurance and entrepreneurial empowerment. Bet-David's public influence grew exponentially through his YouTube channel, Valuetainment, founded as a platform for interviews, business strategies, and social commentary. With a style blending calculated charisma and structured mentorship, Bet-David presents himself as a rational, male, disciplined alpha, a high-performance archetype rooted in meritocratic ideals. His interview series, which has featured everyone from mobsters to moguls, offers long-form conversations that foreground themes of resilience, strategy, and ideological clarity in a fragmented cultural moment. Unlike the raw provocations of red pill influencers, Bet David's version of masculine leadership emphasizes order, legacy, and intellectual warfare. He promotes capitalism as a vehicle for freedom, regularly criticizing collectivist ideologies, governmental overreach, and what he sees as cultural softness. His book, Your Next 5 Moves, encapsulates his broader philosophy that mastery in business and life requires tactical foresight, discipline, and emotional control. Across interviews, keynote speeches, and mentorship content, he reinforces the belief that self-imposed order is the path to individual sovereignty. Patrick Bet David stands at the crossroads of corporate mentorship and alpha male ideology. His voice appeals to those seeking clarity not through rebellion, but through structure, strategy, and long-term vision. Mike Thurston is a British fitness entrepreneur, lifestyle influencer, and YouTube content creator whose brand blends physical aesthetics, high-performance living, and aspirational masculinity. Born in Leeds in 1990, Thurston first gained recognition as a personal trainer and bodybuilder, later expanding into online coaching and content creation. His rise coincided with the global shift toward physique-driven social media branding, where image, discipline, and lifestyle converge into a cohesive persona. In 2019, he relocated from London to Dubai. Thurston's platform is built around the cultivation of a complete masculine ideal, one that encompasses physical fitness, financial success, travel, and social influence. His YouTube channel, which features sleekly produced videos on training regimens, productivity routines, and luxury experiences, emphasizes optimization of both body and lifestyle. He frequently documents international travel to cities like Ibiza and Mykonos, presenting a cosmopolitan vision of manhood anchored in freedom, aesthetics, and elite social environments. Thurston champions self-discipline, status building, and strategic social behavior, while downplaying emotional vulnerability. His demeanor is calm, self-assured, and aspirational. He encourages men to level up in all domains, to become the kind of individual who commands respect through presence rather than rhetoric. Iman Gadzhi is a British entrepreneur, digital educator, and online influencer known for promoting a high-performance, hyper-masculine lifestyle centered on wealth, autonomy, and personal control. Born in 2000 and raised by a single mother in London after emigrating from Dagestan, Gadzhi built his narrative around overcoming early hardship, dropping out of school at 17 to pursue entrepreneurship, and achieving financial independence through digital marketing. His personal story functions as both a testimonial and a blueprint for the aspirational young men he targets. Gadzhi rose to prominence through his digital agency, IAG Media, and later through Gents Club and Iman Gadzhi Education, platforms offering paid mentorships, business courses, and lifestyle strategies. His core message is built on rejecting the conventional path, school, corporate work, and passive consumption, in favor of aggressive self-investment, time ownership, and building cash-flowing businesses. He frames the internet as the ultimate vehicle for masculine sovereignty, urging his followers to master it as a battlefield of modern power. His content style is polished and cinematic, often featuring luxury cars, minimalist aesthetics, and exotic backdrops, visual cues that emphasize control, freedom, and elite detachment. While not as combative as other red pill figures, Gadzhi's views on relationships, gender dynamics, and status closely align with alpha male doctrine. He frequently speaks on maintaining frame, avoiding emotional dependence, and selecting partners based on perceived value, positioning himself as both mentor and arbiter of high-value male behavior. Iman Gadzhi represents a calculated, entrepreneurial strand of modern masculinity, less focused on confrontation and more on engineering a lifestyle that commands respect through mastery of money, self, and time. His influence lies in reframing masculine ambition for the digital age, where discipline and branding become tools not just of wealth, but of identity itself. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like it, let me know your thoughts on any of the alpha males discussed in this video, and subscribe for more.